Okay, I'm doing a reading right now, and I didn't necessarily have a specific question, but what I'm sort of looking at is what comes next. So, this is looking at sort of global energy, right? And just assuming there's going to be some ridiculous stuff that is thrown at us. What comes next? Okay, so our root card here is the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords is about pressure. It's about pressure to do something that you may not be actually ready to do. And here, the main card is the Knight of Cups. So, the Knight of Cups, this is the spiritual seeker, but it shows someone kind of going outside of their comfort zone to seek something that they've been kind of feeling within. Now, personally, if I combine these two, it would be pressure to move. And I know this has shown up in the cards before. Um, like something is going to cause a whole bunch of people to have to leave their homes or to find a different home. So let's just look on either side of this. Well, so as this energy would be leaving the strength card, this would be the strength card is something that you kind of set as a goal, and just over time you sort of conquer it, or you try to prove your strength to yourself by achieving this goal. And here the interesting thing is the strength card is upright, showing that the people who are going to have to leave were basically succeeding. So this would be people that, I mean, if they were trying to stay in this place, they were succeeding in doing that. And then something happens where they have to leave, and as they move forward, we have this Five of Swords, which is just insult and troll energy. Now, just as I'm looking at this, um, in the Five of Swords, this is a soldier. So the soldier comes into the city, and the people of the city here have surrendered, and this soldier is just trolling them. He's like making fun of them and all of this when they're powerless to do anything about it. Just as I see all the swords in this card, I think that this is war that is making the people leave, who have specifically been kind of succeeding in staying where they were, right? Um, this is making me think of Palestine, to be honest. But here, let's just see what else we get looking at this, and we get a Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords is heartbreak and betrayal. Um, I'm just going to pull a card as kind of a yes or no to see if what this is talking about is Palestine. So we get the reverse star. Now, the star is a massive current of energy, so it's not just Palestine. Probably yes, but not just that. And let's just see if we can find a location here. And the Knight of Pentacles is showing a disruption to a pattern. So this looks like it looks like war that is causing people to have to migrate or leave. And as they move forward, it doesn't get any better, right? But here it shows a lot of pressure to leave because of war. The star reversed is showing that it's like a bigger current of negative energy, and the Knight of Pentacles reversed is a disruption to a pattern. Okay, let's just see if there's one last sort of descriptor card here. And we get this Four of Cups. So what exactly are we looking at? The thing that's sticking out to me is the key. Now, in the Four of Cups, this person is like trapped in this tower and they're like really sad um, because they want to be on the ship doing something fun. But instead, they're just sort of sulking in their tower. Um, they act like they're trapped, but they're actually not. And you can see this key that they have. If I can get it to focus, there we go. So they've got the key to get out right there. They're just not using it. But here, when I try to find out one more descriptor of this sort of war energy or whatever is going to be pushing people, like pressuring people to leave their homes and to try to find another place. The thing that sticks out in this card is the key. Boy. That is still less than clear to me. So I'm going to pull a card to just see what the hell this is talking about. And as always with these readings, if you see something in this card and you're like, well, obviously it's talking about whatever, right? Definitely leave a comment or whatever and let me know what you see here. So we get a Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords is like zooming in on one specific thing. So I guess the Knight of Cups is seeking something. And they might be seeking the key. Now, the key must be a metaphor, I guess, but it's like they are seeking it. So they're not just being, in the Knight of Cups, this is showing that the people are not just being forced to leave because of war. They're seeking something, something that is shown in the metaphor of a key. Anyway, so that's what we get here. And this is kind of caused by this reverse star. And it's like a prayer that is answered, but a prayer that is answered in a way that isn't necessarily good. And there is some betrayal that kind of leads up to this whole thing. So, as far as like what is coming next, and if there was some big uh, assassination or like the COVID thing, if that were to happen again, I think it would show up in different cards. But this just shows, I believe, a mass migration. So that is what we have here. And let me know what you think about this. And if you do have any requests for topics you would like me to look at, then feel free to leave a message on the Patreon page, which you can subscribe to for as little as $5 a month. I will do your reading topics. That's what we have, and peace. Okay, so I just watched this reading that I did, and as I was looking at it, so I think the thing that the Knight of Cups is actually seeking is water. I think the reversed star might be showing a drought. And here in this Four of Cups, this person actually has abundance, right? And here's someone who's just tossing this wine over the side. The Page of Swords, we have someone that is specifically looking maybe for the key to get into the place that has all of the abundance. Um, but I think this is resources, and I think that it is specifically water. And as the people end up seeking the water, what they run into is war and bullshit. So I'm assuming now that this is actually talking about a drought. And when it showed like a disruption to a pattern, that could be supply lines. So if you're in a place that has water shipped to it, this disruption to the pattern could be a disruption to the water that gets shipped to it. And I'm thinking of places like Phoenix, Arizona, and I know there's a whole bunch of California that's like this. And, this is probably true all over the world. But if there is a massive drought, and it could just be clean water too, as the water continues to get polluted. But as I watch this video again after I did the reading, that is what is coming out to me. I feel like this is people having to leave where they are to seek water. And I don't think they find harmony and peace on that search, right? I think they find war and bullshit. So that is my addendum, I guess, to this reading. So that's what we have. Peace.